where electricity was never thought of. It was never thought of. It was such a place where there was no special map and no plan was run here. There were no roads, there was no school at that time, and there was no place for Bitly. The population was from the backward castes. There are people, and they were ready to do anything to make ends meet. But the Sapdipti of this village understood Pali, because this village was not on the banks of a river. People didn't even know if a river existed. There used to be testing for water, and people used to walk 2 kilometers for water. The wells were dry at this time. There was no water in the hack pump. There was only a thing called summer sable and only books. In these circumstances, a boy was born whose name was, and the mother used to do mastori in the fields. And the younger brother was still growing up in class 3. Raju was fast in studies. He liked to apply things, but had to leave school after the 8th standard. The reason was not money, but his dream was to separate. He had a dream of something different and new. The story begins with a dream that drains water from Suk. Raju often asked a question: if the government could not give us something, would we die of drought and thirst? There was an old cave near the Gaz, sometimes very deep, and the water was very dirty, and sometimes it did not come. That there can be something called solar power, from which only scientists of America can make it. The boy. This dream was found in the only book of the same name. In that book, the entire process of making that motor pipe that Summer Savile was given. The boy thought that if it was written in the book, then it could also be true. And he started this work. In the beginning, he believed him to have a lot of data and even hit him. The people of the villages used to call him crazy. Gradually, he understood that the battery can be charged from the solar panel, and then the motor can also run from the battery. You had the question of the pipes and the source of water, and the children of the cows also joined him. A month later, he deepened the Puan a little more. Now the matter is ahead of fitting the pump. Jugaad is moving from technology to Kranti. Now Raju rewinded an old iron fan motor and connected it to the motor, then made a line by connecting the broken pipes of the cows, which led from the well to an open tank. Now he placed the solar panel on the roof of an old thatch and connected it to the battery. Everything was about Judge. It was just the moment that Raju had not seen Kavid in his life. Raju switched on. The first time, nothing happened. The second time, a little vibration type thing happened. And the third time, he started taking water. The whole village rushed to see him as a flasher. Those who used to call him crazy were now standing in a queue near the same well. The children were laughing while bathing, and the people were also in tears. Then the addict is ready to do anything. You shouldn't give up. This is the lesson we learned from this story. The poor and the jadis can never break the wall of Pradhiva. The true truth is the one who finds a solution and not a complaint. And if one boy can draw water from the hole, then what can we all do together? The story is fictional, but Prina is true. They don't get a platform or a stage. Share this story so that the folk who keep Raju's scooch will grow.